will go on the channel which I make in English, because I got two channels. One is Polish, which is huge in Poland, and you know I'm the most popular. The English one is just growing up. I got only 60 subscribers, so I'm saying on the Polish one I got 16,000.
Okay.
And the English one is just a new thing. 2 months I got 7 videos only. On Polish one I got 1,000 videos. On this one I got, but hopefully one day it will grow. So you know that's what it is.
No problem.
Maybe I'll make some subtitles. Maybe I'll make it as well. I'll put it on the Polish one. I'll see how subtitles is a lots of job. Too much. Hello everybody. Welcome to another guitar channel. Another guitar channel is a channel for all those guitarists who cannot play on the instrument, but they love to turn the knobs, tweak the vibrato, change the pickups and things like that. We are here on the stand of Kiss My Strings. Beautiful name. Yeah. I really appreciate the name.
Listen, man, just fucking Kiss My Strings.
Just fucking Kiss My Strings. What are you doing? What are you making actually?
We are producing bridges mainly from titanium. We mill it from a solid block of titanium grade 5, which is the best titanium. It's also used in surgical, and that's what's coming out after it.
No, that's what's coming out after it.
Yeah, but that's a side product.
So that's the plate for the Floyd Rose bridge.
It's yeah, and it's compatible to existing Floyd. Everything we produce is compatible to an existing Floyd.
So it's like it's like one to one change.
Not one. Yeah, from the diameters.
So you don't need to change anything in your guitar, like you don't need to drill any new holes. It's just the same dimensions like the Floyd Rose is. Okay.
Definitely. And we also produced that old. They have it in the 80s. That old wood screws.
Washburn, yeah.
And that was the best way to transform, to bring the tone from your wire into the wood. So we produce
so you're saying that those screws, the old style from the 80s, are much better than the new way with the tube and is it?
Yeah,
okay.
It is. You have only one screw and it's massive in the wood, and it's totally tight and much more sustained.
But to set that one into your normal guitar with this, it's not one to one, is it?
No. You have to fill up. You have to make a bolt from wood and drill it again. But that's not problem. No problem.
That's not the problem. But
I did it several times. So yeah. Like I said, we do all of that in titanium grade 5, and every single screw and everything. But if you have a guitar, the features of titanium. Firstly, I have to say what's the good thing with titanium. It's that you have a super fast attack with it, super transparent tone, and it's very, very fast and transports your tone, which produces the wire, the string, in this case. Immediately into the wood.
So it's quick in response, very, very like responsive to what you play in, and attack is very fast.
Exactly. But if you have a guitar which sounds actually very bright, like a maple wood or something, it can be sometimes a little too much.
Too much for the guitar.
Therefore, we developed a system where you can change the saddles of the string touching part into brass, stainless steel or aluminum. It's all milled, CNC milled from the block.
So actually, instead of 6 of the saddles made of titanium, you can use sets of three different materials for each string. So actually, it's gonna be like the brass for the E and B, then aluminum for the middle strings, and then the top strings can stay with titanium because they're a little bit more bassy. That gives you the equal sound of all the strings. Is it? That's what I understand.
Of course, you can can use only brass or only stainless or only titanium. If you have a guitar with, let's say, a mahogany body, then you can use titanium only because it's perfect. But the brighter wood, the maple wood, needs a little bit cropping at the higher strings. It's better to get a better balanced sound.
But the plate of the bridge is still titanium,
Yes,
or
everything titanium.
Or you making them as well from the different materials?
We only produce titanium stuff, but just for tone changes. We're using other materials to get that. Yeah.
How big is an impact?
It is big.
On
You
the
can hear
tone?
it. You can hear it. You can hear it and even feel it.
Okay.
If
And
you
what about those blocks here? This one is titanium. It's quite light.
That's also, yeah. And if you to stay with our example of a maple body, I only would recommend of using a brass block as well, because you
make it more warmer with the sound.
Make it even warmer. Exactly.
So what is the black one made of?
It's aluminum.
Aluminum. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's light as well.
Yeah, that's the lightest one.
That is heavy.
It's heavy, yeah.
Yeah, you can feel it's heavy. Titanium is not so bad, quite like a normal standard thing. And this one is really, really heavy. Is the weight of the block affecting the sound as well in some way, or it's not really important how it is?
Not very important. It's almost the material. It's the let's say, it's I don't know the English word for the inner material. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, what is that all about? The block with those small black screws here,
Yeah, you can.
Looks like that.
To show it here, you can tighten the strings up.
Okay, so it's
We saw that
for better tuning. Ibanez is doing
it for years.
Yeah.
And it's even for tightening up the whole system to give the springs a pressure
Yeah,
to
of
the
course,
block.
they're not moving. So
Yeah.
if you move your tremolo with the bar, the strings are not changing the place as well. So it's called. Are you making this part as well? The holder of the springs.
Yeah,
that's yours.
It's also titanium. Yeah.
So all the parts and the springs as well are yours.
The springs not.
The springs
not yet.
Not yet.
But we're working on that.
But actually,
we did some prototypes also with titanium, but it doesn't work. You need spring steel.
Titanium will be like too cranky. It may break.
You can't make it from titanium grade 5. You can't make it from titanium grade 2. But then it's almost like aluminum, too soft.
Too wobbly and too
We
soft.
also do that.
Exactly, and that's my other question. But the blockade on the headstock and this bar as well, or not?
Yeah.
And this bar as well. You can make this. So actually, with your set, you can change the whole bridge with the blockade here. You're not making tuning packs yet.
Not yet.
Not
Maybe
yet.
next year. We are working also on different types of bridges. They are all.
How long did it take you to figure it out? All of this stuff. What titanium is working? Where does this knowledge came from? Are you engineer? Or was it like by experimenting?
A little bit of everything. I started working on it. I did the first stuff. The first work I did with titanium was in the late 90s, because a relative of mine is working at Audi.
Okay.
And they experimented with aluminum and titanium, and I had the chance to use a 5-axis CNC machine, but we just did it for us, for me and my buddies. We worked on blocks, and we did a little change of that stuff here, but just single parts for us. And the idea for doing it,
very noisy.
the idea for doing it commercial came Yeah, a couple of years.
Couple of years ago. Okay, thanks a lot for explaining all this stuff. It's very, very.
It's a pleasure.
From my point of view, it's very, very interesting. You know, because I love to swap parts in my guitars, and I love to look for the sound, not in my hands but in the gear, which is wrong because it's coming from the hands first. Are you the guitarist, by the way?
Of course.
Of course. Good one.
Since the late 80s.
Since late 80s. Thanks a lot. Kiss my strings.
Bye bye.